I mean, it's tough. We let up on defense. I guess really the whole team let up in the 11th hour. You a pick to end it. Two long drives allowed by the defense to cap off with a touchdown when we have them down by two scores and within 2 minutes. I mean, something like that you don't imagine happening to you, and then you see the little stuff and the details and technique really gets to getting in the huddle and getting the call, making sure that you're working with your guy and communicating all that stuff. That that continues all throughout the game, and you let one slip up or two slip up, and then like you saw, two touchdowns, and they were right back into the game, and they had the lead, and we were able to get another drive.
Gas for you guys on that last drive.
Just as gas as they were. So and they were tired, and we feed off of that, and we're trying to just attack them. And I know they had a plan to double us and try to get us off our game, and try to double inside and just make it a coverage game. And to their credit, they were able to make some plays.
It almost seems like a inexcusable lack of communication going on the defense, especially sort of kind of in the back end. But I keep seeing guys looking at each other and saying, "Where were you?" or "What did you do?" I mean, it's just not what's expected of this Cleveland Browns defense. How do you explain that or account for that?
I can't explain it. I haven't watched the film, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, as far as those kind of plays are unacceptable, that's without a doubt. But I mean, just gotta be able to communicate with your teammate about what's going on. Stay as deep as the deepest man, and don't allow big plays happening. Even if we'll take the penalty right there, but I know those guys are doing the best they can. And sometimes it's one of the toughest jobs on the field, to be one-on-one with the guy, on the ends or at the back end in the safety position. So those guys are doing their best, but we have some things to correct. And I know that they have the ability and the talent to be able to get those things corrected. We just need to sit down and make sure that we put a fine point on the details.
You said the whole team led up in the 11th hour. Did you get a sense of that before it was over, like in the final drive? Did you guys, when you were up 30-17, maybe took your foot off the gas?
No. You're up 30-17, and especially with the defense in the front, we're raring to go. We're trying to get another play. We're trying to end the game, and how we were all saying that as far as finding the back end. And I mean, he had a little time, and there was a lack of communication, like we said, and he was able to get open. To really completely on communication as far as being tired or wanting to finish those guys off. We wanted to end the game on defense, but we have to know what we're doing. We have to play proper technique, or that happens.
Guys in the back end are looking at each other after those big plays. Are you worried about guys pointing fingers or kind of turning against each other because this has happened a few times?
Yeah. If anyone's going to point fingers, I'm pointing at myself, knowing that I could have done better. Regardless of what we're facing up front, I have to be able to get free and make those kind of plays. And I think every man in the locker room should, coaches included. We have to be able to look at ourselves and see what we can do better. Safeties, DBs, linebackers, there was all at least one play that we could have made that we missed out on. Those accumulate, and those things come back to bite you. And unfortunately, this time it did.
Was it Clowney in this game? I mean, how big was that, considering especially the big play he made earlier and how he was lights out today?
I mean, it's tough. He's a very tenacious rusher. He plays the run very well, and missing his presence is huge. Knowing that they see that and they're trying to attack us a little bit differently, knowing that even though I can switch from each side, but they don't have to worry about both of us screaming off the edges. So it's tough missing him. I feel like he'll be ready and ready to go by Thursday, but it's tough missing his presence, especially mid game when we needed him for one of those stops.
How do you put such a tough loss like this behind you?
Have dinner with my family, watch film tomorrow. Look what I can do. Look where I came up short, iron out the details with the D line with coach, and then we go into the next day. We got a little 24-hour rule for, at least for me, where after that you just let it roll off your back like water. Those things hurt, it stings, but you got to use it as motivation for the next one. You don't want that taste in your mouth, with an L like this one. But fortunately enough for us, we get to have a short weekend and go against a division rival, and we can, if we go and get them, this won't be a distant memory.
Is it so much worse that, it's your home opener and the crowd is all fired up and you're here and they just love you guys so much to have to, watch them walk out so disappointed? Does that just make it all the more worse?
The more disappointing thing was the booing at the end. It was not the most optimal ending that we'd want. Of course we'd want to win. Of course we want to play out the game and it end 30-16 or 30-17, whatever it was. We get a pick or a strip sack and end the game, but that's not always how it goes. These guys are still putting their asses on the line and playing as hard as they can, and they should be respected as such. It's 2 games, and we have plenty more games to play, especially this next one coming up in front of the home crowd. And we have a lot of time to correct what we're doing. So we don't want to see this crowd, this stadium give up on us this early. We want to see them completely behind us. And it's disappointing for everybody, but it's absolutely disappointing for us as a team, just knowing that we had them with our foot on their throat and we didn't finish them. And that's completely on us. And we learn from this and we correct it and come back stronger.